guys, thanks for coming to check out my video on my channel. I'm so grateful that you came to do that. It really does make me so excited. I'm a whole other level. So if you like the video, please hit the little like button, the little thumbs up, and click subscribe because I plan on coming out with a lot more videos. If you hate it, you can unsubscribe. If you love it, we'll be hanging out together for quite some time. So this video is actually one recording session with two separate videos. I don't normally breathe this hard. I just came up the basement stairs. I need to go to the gym. Okay, so the first video is going to be about the Evie Blender. The now slightly infamous, when it comes to social media, Evie Blender. It's been a poop show. I have a video on the Evie Blender already on my channel. It is freakishly long. I do not blame you if you fast forward through some parts. It's like 16-17 minutes. It's a little mini movie. But it was my very first time using the Evie Blender ever. So there was a lot of trial and error. There was just exploring it for the first time. What I learned about this was one of the bloggers who had a lot of issues with the Evie Blender and with the company and things like that. The most amazing thing was that she stuck to what she felt was her honesty, and her subscribers, they loved her for that. And people who weren't her subscribers, because I wasn't a subscriber to her page prior to that, Sparkage, I believe is her name, but she was very kind through it, I thought. And I'm starting out with this channel. I thought, well, you know what, I might have some subscribers, or maybe future subscribers, who have purchased this Evie Blender. There's somebody else out there like me who's bought this thing, who spent their hard-earned money on it, and it's like, whether I like how everything went down, I'm stuck with this product, and I kind of need to know how I can use it, how it works, or doesn't work. This is what I do to make it work, because I've been messing with it for about a week now. I feel like I've figured it out. So my purpose in this video is to do my very best to sidestep the drama. There's things I like about it. There's things I don't like about it. I hope that when you watch the rest of this video, it's simply try this and maybe it'll work. Hopefully it'll help somebody not have wasted, to not have a item on their makeup table that was a wasted $33. $28, $5 shipping and handling. So I hope this works for you, and again, I'm so grateful that you decided to watch my video. It really it means the world to me. So I hope you have a really great day. Oh, and don't forget, subscribe and click the like button. Yeah, like, subscribe. You can share it if you want to. I don't mind. Okay, first thing is the amount of foundation that you put on the Evie Blender. I found that I use about half as much, maybe a little less than half. When it's a matte foundation, it's about half as much. When it's not a matte foundation, or a drier or more quickly drying foundation, it's probably less than half. So in that respect, that has proven to be very true. So I guess if you're someone who has an $80, $90, $120 foundation, and those are out there, then that might be a big bonus to you and a plus that makes you willing to use the Evie Blender, because you're going to use far less product. So this is about how much foundation you're going to use. Very little. When I put it on the Evie Blender, you see how much that is. Not much. So there's two different methods, my understanding. And the first one is, they call it bounce. It's more of a tap, and it's a light tap. I'm not going to enjoy slapping the crap out of your face with it. Don't do that. Just swipe it on. It really helped when I used the term tap for me, because bounce with the Beauty Blender, you're bouncing it on your face. This, if you try to bounce it on your face, it's not comfortable. So you're going to swipe and tap. Swipe your makeup on, and then go for a tap all around it. Another thing is, you're not going to use what I call the butt of it, this part. Well, you might. I don't use this part. It's just not as easy. They really developed it to be, is aerodynamic the correct term? But your finger rests in there. It sits really nicely in your hand. So this is going to be probably the most comfortable way. It's the most comfortable way for me. So I'm going to get a little more foundation on here, because talking, even though it's not a quick drying foundation, it dried a bit. And you're just going to tap it around. There is practice that's going to need to go into it. I mean, it's new, and as much as it looks like a beauty blender, as much as it sounds like the silly sponge, it doesn't necessarily work like either one of those. So if you can see this, and I hope you can, I'm pretty much done with this cheek. Okay, so and it covered really well. It's fine, but I used very little product, and I went in very small sections. So that's what you're gonna want to do. Little bit of product, work in smaller sections. The nose, I found, for me, can be a little tricky. So let me go into the second way that they have recommended that you can use, the other method, which is a swipe on your makeup. That's a consistent, and then you roll it. So you just kind of place it and just do a little Tootsie Roll there. Yep. Might be telling my age, but I don't care. Just singing in my head. I sing in the butterfly. Uh-oh, that's all. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. I'm such a cornball. Okay, so you're going to roll it, okay? So roll the, and you know what? The more I practiced, the more I found that actually was kind of comfortable around the eye area. You shouldn't tug at your eye area, I know. So in an attempt to not tug and just kind of roll it, it was a little massaging, especially here when my kids were, you know, not exactly behaving. And you roll. Because it's a little harder than the beauty blender, it's a little massaging. Don't slap your face with it though, because then it's just uncomfortable. I want to have so much more fun with this video, but honestly, all this mess that's happened with the launching of this, it's just, let's just hand out directions for what works for me. So I'm not even going to claim that I'm doing exactly right. I'm just going to say this is what works for me. So you're swiping again. A little more product, because especially with the roll method, I have found less is more. I don't feel like the roll method has been the best for me. I don't particularly like this one. I prefer the tap. It could be because I'm a little more familiar with it because of the beauty blender. I don't know, but I prefer the tap, and it works. Now, with that said, when you come to your nose, crevices, curves, things like that, the tap method has worked way better for me. So I tap it on and just keep on going till it gets where I need it to get. So as you're doing this, you'll find that I have found that I still have to kind of invest a little more time into this area. And you definitely don't want to put too much on your nose and whatnot. So as you'll see up here, this is a large area. There's no, it's not that large. I've said before, people and their opinions about yellow people's foreheads. This is an averagely large area, and I do find myself kind of doing the roll. It does collect hair though. Like, I'm like, how did I have fuzz on my face? I just washed it, so like me and the blender, so I don't know where it's finding this fuzz from. I don't feel like it's sticky. I feel like it feels like silicone when I would, you know, but it does catch stuff. When you tap it, it's only going to cover so much surface area, which is another reason I think for me it works better to do it in small sections. But when you get to larger sections, and for some people it may even be the cheek area as well, when you roll, you're getting, you know, possibly 2 to 3 times more surface coverage from the Evie blender. So I find that I tend to roll in certain areas and tap, particularly around here, the areas you would normally highlight, and then of course, like I said, the nose and the chin. That way when your foundation is wet and you're rolling, it's not then slipping, which I found to be the case sometimes. So this is how you apply makeup with the Evie blender. Maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. Nothing works for everybody. As a matter of fact, my mother hates the beauty blender. Who hates the beauty blender? My mom. I was shocked. I just wanted to do one video with the foundation done with the Evie blender the way that worked for me. So if you're trying to figure out how to make it work for you so that you didn't just waste your money, maybe you can try it this way if you haven't. And if you've already tried it this way and it still didn't work for you, maybe this is your confirmation that, okay, I tried it the way she told me, you told me, it didn't work, it doesn't work for me. Well then, now you know. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I know that all of this has just been pretty shocking that it would go so bad, but it does have a little hope, I guess. So either way, I'm so grateful that you took the time to watch this video, and if it helps anybody, then that was my goal. Have a great day, guys.